Welcome back to the channel for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC battles. We're back on the road to ranks with a team that just won first place at a regional created by Tony, who I will link in the description down below. This team was masterfully crafted, as you'll be able to see when you look at the EV spreads that pop up on the screen. They're very particular, and I'm gonna do some assumptions on why they are how they are. So some of those assumptions might be wrong, but I did spend the morning practicing with this team on Showdown, as I usually do before recording these videos, and I feel like I've got an okay enough handle to show you guys some battles. As always, there's gonna be timestamps down below so you can hop around the video to see your favorite battles or whatever you're looking for from my bearded face. But without further delay, here is the team breakdown, and we're gonna start out with the power on the team, ARMOROUGE. This Pokemon is holding a Life Orb and rocking Expanding Force, Armor Cannon, Trick Room, and Protect. Now, you guys have probably seen it as much as I've seen it as well. This Pokemon paired with Indeedee Female, who we'll go over next, to pretty much guarantee a Trick Room right now. It's really hard to stop Trick Room from going off with this because Indeedee sets up the Psychic Terrain, which stops Fake Outs, but let's focus on the cannon. When the Psychic Terrain is up, Expanding Force hits like a truck, and it's just a move that hits both Pokemon. 120 base, it's crazy. Having Stab Fire is also really nice because we both know that Goldengos are running around mad, and being able to just knock those out for free feels really good, especially under Trick Room where you're pretty much guaranteed to go before them. We got to take note of ARMOROUGE's Terra type, which is going to be the Grass Terra type. Pairs perfectly with its ability Flash Fire, being able to take on Torkoals or other ARMOROUGEs. It's really nice. Just absorb that, buff your damage on your Fire type Armor Cannon move, while being a Grass type and mitigating your Water weakness and your Ground weakness and your Rock weakness. Well, you stop your Rock weakness, but you don't resist it. I don't want any confusion in the comments. But ARMOROUGE is only as good as its partner Indeedee. Rocking Psychic Surge sets up that Psychic Terrain, which stops priority and buffs Psychic type moves, also holding the Psychic Seed to boost its special defense, which is really what makes it have such staying power, where first turn you can go follow me and ARMOROUGE can click Trick Room. When I first versed this team, I had never seen, Indeedee in battle and neither ARMOROUGE, so I expected the Indeedee to set up Trick Room, but that was not the case, and I got smacked. But now I'm the one doing the smacking. So follow me, Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand, and Protect. Seriously, Helping Hand coupled with Expanding Force from ARMOROUGE does so much damage. Indeedee is actually running the Psychic Terra type, so it's just to get rid of that normal type in case you need to resist fighting type moves. That's the only thing that I can think. It's not like it's gonna buff. It's not an offensive Terra type. She doesn't have any Psychic type moves. So I think it's just a defensive purpose. Now, while Indeedee and ARMOROUGE are the bread and butter of the team, the rest of the team feels so perfectly crafted. We have Maushold filling the third slot with a pretty standard set now: Population Bomb, Encore, Follow Me, Protect, Wide Lens with the Ghost Terra type to be immune to fighting type moves. This thing puts out a ton of damage, but the Encore, Follow Me really shine in this team. And I also enjoyed leading ARMOROUGE Maushold in case my opponent's team, because there's so many Trick Room teams running around right now in Showdown this morning. I don't know what's gonna happen on the Switch, but there were so many. And being able to lead with Maushold, who can kind of operate as a, hey, you're running a Trick Room team, your Pokemon are slow, I'm knocking out a Pokemon turn one. Or, hey, I'm gonna actually act as the Follow Me user instead of Indeedee, and then I'll still be able to set up the Trick Room with ARMOROUGE. So there's some play to be had here, and it's really fun. Our fourth slot is filled with Hydreigon, which you guys have corrected me on the pronunciation, and I'm sorry. I have to undo like 15 years of Hydreigon for Hydreigon. I will do my best. This one is running Specs with Levitate, has the Steel Terra type, which of course is a defensive Terra type, and also gives you a little bit of a buff on that Flash Cannon. So it's one of those mixed Terra type options, but really the Fairy Resist is what you're looking for here, along with the Steel Resist because of Goldengo. We have Draco Meteor, Heat Wave, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, so nice coverage, but it's important to note that we are Specs, so we're gonna lock ourselves into whatever move we click first. I had one battle where that really bit me in the butt because it was late game. I had 3 Pokemon left, but the Pokemon to my right got knocked out, and Hydreigon was locked into Heat Wave, which ended up losing me the game. Our fifth slot fills in with Meowscarada again, which I'm happy to get to use this Pokemon in another set of battles. It's holding the Focus Sash like the previous one we used, but this one is actually packing Trick Room in the fourth slot, along with Protect, Knock Off, and Flower Trick. So Flower Trick we know always crits, Knock Off is great to get rid of items, Protect is the best move in the game, and having another Trick Room user on the team has caught opponents off guard a ton on Showdown, especially because I'm sassed, right? If they don't double into that slot, I could actually just use this as a straight up Trick Room setter and let ARMOROUGE do 2 turns of damage. Meowscarada is running the Grass Terra type, which of course is going to be offensive just to go ahead and buff the damage on the Flower Trick. You do drop some weaknesses, of course, when you get rid of your Dark type, but mostly an offensive Terra type. And in the final slot, we're going to see Murkrow, and I played about 20 games this morning, and I did not bring Murkrow once, so I know I'm doing something wrong that Tony would smack me in the face for. But Murkrow, she's here to fill in the last slot with Eviolite, Taunt, Haze, Tailwind, Foul Play. Obviously, Haze paired with Armourouge is great because Armor Cannon does lower your defenses. So being able to reset that is nice. I just haven't had to use that yet. But you really can't go wrong throwing a little Crow on your team. And once again, the Dark Terra type to go ahead and get rid of your Flying type weaknesses, definitely, and buff your Foul Play. So it's a little bit of a mix here and there. Now, I don't really see the situation where I'm going to choose to Terrestrialize my Murkrow over something else on the team. However, if I had to, I think Dark is the correct type to have. With the team recap out of the way, let's jump into some battles. Guys, keep the music suggestions coming. I'm going to be using your suggestions today. All right, battle one, we are going to see definitely a Trick Room team with Torkoal on there. We got Torkoal, Murkrow, Farigiraf, Goldengo, Meowscarada, and Rotom-Wash, which Rotom-Wash is very scary against my team for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say that we don't want to set up Trick Room in this match because my opponent actually has the slower Pokemon available when it comes to Torkoal. That thing is gonna shine more so than our Armourouge under the Trick Room. So with that in mind, I think I would like to lead with Specs, Hydreigon, and I still kind of want to lead with Armourouge just in case. Is there any priority moves that I need to stop by my opponent's team? It doesn't look like it. I could be forgetting some, but the terrain doesn't stop Murkrow from getting priority off, so I'm not worried about that. Like, it's not going to stop Haze or anything of that nature. It might stop Haze? I don't think, it doesn't stop Tailwind, so that's really the only important thing I care about. I'm gonna lead just straight up power. I'm gonna go Maushold and Hydreigon, which is really weird. You know what? No, I'm gonna go Armourouge, and I'm gonna bring Maushold. And because of the Rotom-Wash, I think I actually, yeah, I'm gonna risk the Biscuit because my opponent potentially will set up the Sun. I'm gonna bring the Meowscarada for the Rotom-Wash. I think this is like a weird mix, right? Because I'm bringing the Armourouge because of my opponent's Goldengo and Meowscarada. Obviously, I can hit them with my Hydreigon if I need to, with Dark Pulse or Heat Wave respectively. However, I think that this mix should be interesting. I didn't change my picture. I'm so ashamed. All right. Oh, that is a hairstyle and a half. I love that. Okay, Grammy's here. Rotom-Wash and Farigiraf as I lead with Armourouge and Hydreigon. Okay, so definitely a bit tricky for me. Is the Farigiraf going to set up a Trick Room? Maybe. I think what I would like to do, now I'm wishing I brought the Indeedee, yo, I really am. I am gonna Dark Pulse the Farigiraf, I wanna say. You know what? I am going to Draco Meteor the Rotom-Wash, and I am going to protect my Armourouge. I wanna see how much a Choice Specs Draco Meteor does to Rotom-Wash. I'm really curious. Am I gonna go first? I am, okay. How much does this do? This does not one-shot. This washing machine is so thick. Okay, we're gonna see a Volt Switch into the Hydreigon. I do resist that, that's fine. We got a lot of damage off on that thing. Also something to note, it didn't have a Berry proc, so I wonder what it's holding. Could it have been Specs? That didn't look like Specs damage. Maybe it was Assault Vest, and that's why. Ooh, we're gonna see the Drought. Okay, Drought is here, and we are officially under Trick Room. Okay. The good news is that even though Torkoal is slower, like Eruption's not gonna do much damage to my side of the field right now. Well, I shouldn't say not do much damage, but it's not going to, I'm stuck. I have to go for Draco Meteor again, by the way. I can't swap out. It's not gonna hurt my, ooh, do we Trick Room here? It's not gonna hurt my Armourouge. I think I Trick Room here. I either Trick Room or Armor Cannon the Farigiraf. There's no reason to turn into Grass right now, I would say. Although a Rock Slide could come out, I just don't think it's likely. But I would get rid of my Psychic type, and there could be a good, I don't know what Farigiraf packs. I'm gonna re-Trick Room. And I wanna see, ooh, we're gonna see, oh, is he going straight up? Are they going straight up Terra Fire? I think they're going straight up Terra Fire. Okay, they're going for it. I have Flash Fire. So I do wonder if they just don't care about that. There's a chance they just don't care. We're gonna see Ally Switch. Ooh, that was really dope. Okay, we're gonna get our Flash Fire, and then this might knock me out, my Hydreigon. It's totally possible. Let's find out. My Hydreigon does live, however, unfortunately, the Draco Meteor's gonna miss. Oh, that's fun. That's very fun. Okay, so the good news is that the dimensions return to normal, and I can go for a Draco Meteor. Now, I think the middle ground play, what is Torkoal's ability? Isn't it like doesn't stop critical hits. I don't think Torkoal has Flash Fire. I could be wrong. I'm going to say that he's not going to want to ally switch again because it's predictable. And I am going to Armor Cannon the Farigiraf slot, and I am going to Draco Meteor the Torkoal slot. And we'll see if that's the correct play or not. Okay, we're gonna Draco Meteor the Torkoal slot. That's after -2. That's crazy damage. And then we're gonna Armor Cannon the Farigiraf slot. Dude, that animation is so sick. In the sun, +1 because of the Flash Fire takes it out. No more Trick Room on my opponent's side of the field, or no more Trick Room being set up for my opponent's favor, because I think that's what they were going for there. Hopefully we see another Eruption here, because it's not gonna, obviously, oh, Earth Power. Oh, I live on 3. Okay, Terra Grass would have been dope there, but unfortunately I did not go for that. Okay. There is a chance. Now, Meowscarada is super fast, so this might just be a double KO for my opponent. Very, very fast, right? I think it's faster than Maushold. I can check right here. Ooh, it's not? Am I max speed Meowscarada is the question. I believe that I am not. I don't think I'm Jolly. I think I'm Adamant on this team. So Meowscarada could still be faster than my Maushold, which would be unfortunate, but I think I have to play to that win condition here. I think no matter what, I Draco Meteor the Torkoal. Actually, no, I Draco Meteor you, and then I Armor Cannon you. We're gonna go for that. We're gonna see Sucker Punch. That's right, Sucker Punch. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do. Now, I guess, if I would have read that, I guess I didn't expect when I'm at that little bit of HP, I did not expect my opponent to go for a Sucker Punch. I just expected a Flower Trick, but I guess it's priority. Still, I would really, really think that you go for just the Flower Trick, and I don't want to swap a Pokemon into a crit. So I think we're still in an okay spot. We can Maushold, and we can go for our own Meowscarada. Yeah, I think I have to play to the fact that Meowscarada is going to be slower than my Maushold. I think that's the only thing I can really do. I know my opponent's Meowscarada can't take me out. Now, I wondered, there's no reason to Ghost type right now. So I am going to Population Bomb the Meowscarada, basically praying that I am, I'm able to do that. And I think I Terra Grass and go for the Flower Trick. I don't know if this actually knocks you out. I really don't know if it will. I don't think Knockoff will either, though. I think we need the crit. I know you resist. Knockoff is what, 65? This is 70? 65, 90, plus the boost. Maybe Knockoff is the play. I think I go for Knockoff. Oh, I'm gonna regret that. I'm like underplaying how much a crit does. We're gonna see a Sucker Punch to break my sash, which is really, really good by my opponent, honestly. Super solid. We'll take the Meowscarada out. Man, I was so sure that Meowscarada was just gonna be for speed. Maybe it was Choice Banded Sucker Punch. Because now this Torkoal might just be able to direct shop if this Knockoff doesn't take it out. Let's see. Knockoff does take it out. Okay, I was underestimating how strong this thing is and the buff from knocking an item off. Okay, whew. I don't know why I was so scared, because Torkoal actually has crazy high defense, like just natural bulk. It did have the Charcoal, and the Sunlight is going to fade. Okay. So let's see if saving my Terra type helps. We know that we have the last Pokemon in the back is the Rotom Wash with no HP left. We just Flower Trick and win. Okay, awesome. We managed. I did not feel like I was playing well that game. I am so sorry, but I did manage to squeak out a win. Squeak because of Maushold, squeaking away, we'll take it. Rotom Wash goes down to the Population Bomb, and we're gonna walk away with 1 win so far with this Trick Room team. I just get so nervous piloting Trick Room. It's just not my comfort zone, but I wanted to bring it to you guys anyway, because I hope you guys as Pokemon players will get out of your comfort zone sometimes and learn some new strategies. With that, let's jump to the second battle. Okay, battle number 2. Oh, I haven't faced the Dodonzo in so long. I want to use the Dodonzo on the channel. If you guys want to see me use the Dodonzo team next, let me know in the comments down below. We have the Dodonzo, we have Sushi, we have Armorouge, Sylveon, Hydreigon, and Meowscarada. So a lot of similar Pokemon. Half of our team is mirrored. So here's something we can assume. If my opponent is going to bring the Dodonzo, it's going to bring the Sushi. And if it's not going to bring the Dodonzo at all, it just brings the bottom 4. It brings Sylveon, Hydreigon, Meowscarada, and Armorouge. I think that my opponent knows, obviously, that I'm a Trick Room team. I do have this to handle Dodonzo, though. So I feel like because I have Meowscarada, he's not going to be inclined to want to bring it. This seems like one of those battles where I want to lead Armarouge and Maushold again. I have to bring Meowscarada because it's just a good Pokemon in general, but it's obviously destroys the Dodonzo with the critical hits, just in case it does bring it. And then I think I do bring the Indeedee in the back here. Actually, with the double Dark type in Meowscarada Hydreigon, I probably don't bring the Indeedee. I don't think I do. I think I bring the Hydreigon again. This is so weird because during my showdown games, I was bringing Indeedee so much, but I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's not really much priority I have to stop besides Sucker Punch. Yeah, I think this is what I do. I'm really intrigued to see what my opponent leads though. If he just leads the Dodonzo, if he doesn't lead the Dodonzo, I'm just gonna assume that they don't have it. They didn't bring it in there at all. I don't think they'll lead Dodonzo and Sushi, but we'll see. All right, here we go. We got Meowscarada and Hydreigon. Okay. We have our Armarouge and our population bombing Maushold. So I think something I would want to do here, do I want Trick Room? So setting up Trick Room would allow my Armor Cannon to one-shot Meowscarada, but it's probably gonna be sashed. So Trick Room doesn't seem very important right now. Population Bomb into Meowscarada pretty much guarantees a KO, which is cool. I think I'm gonna protect the Armarouge and I am going to Population Bomb. Hydreigon is more of a threat than Meowscarada overall. So I think I'm gonna pop, breaking that sash and getting the knockout is nice though. I think we do get the knockout on Hydreigon though. I'm gonna go for Hydreigon. We're gonna learn if we knock it out. We're gonna learn. Let's see. We're going for the protect. Hoping we see Sucker Punch into that slot. We see Population Bomb comes out first into Hydreigon. That looks like enough damage as long as we connect all 10 hits. This morning on Showdown, I don't want to jinx this. I'm gonna tell you the story after this knocks out the Hydreigon. Come on now. Okay, I hit my Population Bomb for 3. I missed after that. I got 1, 2, 3, miss. But the funny part was my opponent was running a Rocky Helmet, some crazy bulky Pokemon, and I was so happy to miss. We're gonna see the knockoff into the Armarouge slot, which of course we protected. That felt really good. Yeah, see, this is why I like this team. It plays both a Trick Room and then just a hyper offensive. Like leading Maushold Armarouge feels so good. You can put on a ton of pressure with the family of mice, or you can just follow me and set up a Trick Room. Really, really cool. Sylveon is going to come out. Another Pokemon that I would really like to just murder, if I'm honest with you. I would like to just take it out. I think I'm gonna go for Armor Cannon on Sylveon and Population Bomb on Meowscarada here, because I know that I outspeed the Meowscarada thanks to last turn, unless it goes for Sucker Punch, but we'll see. Ooh, my opponent is going to Terrestrialize on this turn. Is it gonna be the Sylveon? It is the Sylveon. And we're gonna see the Fairy type. So going for an offensive Sylveon Terra type here to buff that Hyper Voice. I don't blame you. Especially because I didn't target down the Sylveon. I probably would have knocked out the Sylveon and that would have been awfully embarrassing for my opponent. However, instead we're gonna see some crazy damage come out from this thing. We are gonna knock out the Meowscarada with no problems at all. Thanks. I can't believe this family of mice just took out a 3-headed dragon and the greatest showman on earth. That's insane. Armor Cannon going into the Sylveon. I don't think it's enough to knock you out because you're naturally especially bulky. And with the defense drop, I'm pretty sure I'm getting knocked out by this Hyper Voice even though I resist. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say my goodbyes to these two Pokemon. Hyper Voice, gonna come through. But seeing how the Sylveon was so slow, ooh, oh! Okay, I did not expect that. I'm not gonna lie. I expected with the Fairy Terra type that it was gonna knock out both my Pokemon, not knock out none of my Pokemon. We're gonna see the Armarouge is going to come back out here. Now, what's really interesting to note about Tony's team is that my Armarouge has 4 speed investment to try and outspeed opponents, and I love that. I think, let me look at what I have in the back, because my instinct, I still have a Steel Terra type Sylveon, Hydreigon, and a Focus Sash Meowscarada, so the Armarouge is the threat. So I am going to, well, I have to Armor Cannon the Sylveon no matter what, and then I'm going to Population Bomb the Armarouge here. There's no reason to Population. Who did you quick attack? Oh, that was really good. Oh, that was such a cool quick attack. That got me riled. That was an incredible quick attack. Oh, if this was like an official match and I was commentating, I would have popped off because of a quick attack. We are gonna take the Sylveon out though. Now, I wasn't even really like planning on it, but it's that 4 speed investment, that 4 EVs into training for my Armarouge that allowed me to guarantee outspeed. It was not a speed tie because most people don't run anything. And Tony was like, hey, yo, I'm speed creeping opposing Armarouges outside of Trick Room because that happens a lot. We are gonna see Ooh, you set up the Trick Room. Okay. So we have two options here. We can go out into Meowscarada and pretty much guarantee the win because we have... ARMOROUGE doesn't have, you know, multi-hitting moves. Hydreigon also just completely walls it. I'm gonna go with the Greatest Showman. Here because I think that's the right play to show my opponent, you know, show him how strong I am. What I'm gonna do is for just for funsies, I'm gonna Trick Room and then I'm going to knock off. I'm gonna double Trick Room. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna Trick Room and knock off. We're gonna see Armor Cannon, obviously into the Meowscarada slot. I have a Sash. That should be the game. My opponent's defenses will drop thanks to the Armor Cannon secondary effect. Down it goes. Show me that knockoff, baby. Just one shot it. I wanna see what item you're running. I'm actually curious. Let's see. I got that Life Orb. You didn't take any recoil damage, so I wanna know what you're running. Is it a Charcoal? Is it an Expert Belt? I don't get this. Oh, Safety Goggles. I like that, Germ. I like that. GG. That's gonna be game number 2 with another win. Not having to use Trick Room, but having it is nice. We'll go to game 3 right now. All right, game number 3. We have a Torkoal Haterene, which I know that's a Trick Room core. We have Grimmsnarl with screens. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Oh, we have Annihilate, one of the coolest Pokemon ever invented, and then we got double dragons in Dragonite and Dragapult. So, if my opponent, I don't think my opponent's gonna run the Trick Room set, right? I think you know what? Actually, if my opponent doesn't bring Torkoal and I run Trick Room, then I have a really good chance at winning. So maybe we have to go with that. Having Indeedee is really awesome because we have a lot of priority moves for my opponent, right? And by a lot, I mean Extreme Speed from Dragonite. So being able to turn that off feels really nice. And I haven't had to bring the pair yet, so maybe this is the time. This might be the time. I don't think these two can take care of Haterene though, which is a little bit of a problem, nor can they take care of Torkoal. So I think, once again, I'm gonna go ARMOROUGE and Hydreigon lead. I am gonna bring the Indeedee in the back, and I think looking at this team, we probably go Maushold in the back. I think that makes the most sense. Now, there's a chance that my opponent just opens up Annihilate and Final Gambits. We could see that. All right, here we go. My opponent sending out their lead, Dragonite Haterene. Interesting. So I have not faced many Dragonites, and I have not faced any Haterenes. The only reason why I know the Haterene works on a Trick Room is because of my friend Drew uploading a video with his team that had Haterene on it, and it was a Trick Room team. Anyway, I am going to Expanding Force and swap into my Indeedee, potentially. Let me see. Maybe I do Trick Room here. And I think Dragonite might outspeed Hydreigon. I'm not positive. I know Hydreigon's 98 speed. I don't know Dragonite. I kind of want to Draco Meteor that slot. You know what? I'm gonna just go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, wait a minute. That's gonna pay off. I'm Specs, baby. Get out. I'll take it. Listen, if I end up trading, because the Haterene can... Are you Fairy type? Pretty sure you're Fairy type. I'm not sure. You might just be pure Psychic. I'm gonna set up Trick Room. Something tells me that my opponent's clicking Trick Room as well, though. I really think that's what's happening here. My opponent's clicking Trick Room as well. I knew it. Even on Showdown, there were so many Trick Room teams today, but you know what? I got a knockout, and my opponent, if my opponent's plans were to actually Trick Room, well, then they have been follied, and my opponent will no longer have a Trick Room. Oh, this is interesting. We're gonna see Annihilate here. Okay. Annihilate is absolutely spooky. I don't think I have a Ghost type in the back. I don't. Do I really see a Final Gambit coming out though? I don't think I do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Terrestrialize so that I'm no longer weak to Ghost type moves. And I kind of want to Armor Cannon into the Annihilate. I'm gonna Armor Cannon to the Annihilate, and my Hydreigon is gonna swap out for the Indeedee female. Just in case we see I think my Hydreigon is really valuable in this matchup. I think it really, really is. So I want to preserve that. We're gonna see Indeedee female come out to the field, set up that Psychic Terrain using its ability, Psychic Surge. We're gonna get our special defense buff, which I don't think is gonna matter in this instance at all, because we're probably seeing Annihilate go into that slot. We're gonna Terra Grass. Now this could be a big mistake. I might be just blowing my Terra way too early. but I don't want to be weak to a Shadow Claw or what is that move that everyone yells at me for not using? Something Punch. Angry Punch. I'm gonna call it Angry Punch. Rage Fist, there we go. Wait, Angry Punch is literally just the synonym for Rage Fist. I love that. All right, we're gonna go Armor Cannon into that slot. Interesting to note that this Annihilate is faster than me outside of Trick Room, okay? So if the Haterene goes for Trick Room again, we're gonna be in great shape. Oh, you've got a berry to chew on? Where did you keep that, in your hair? That was brilliant. Okay, it's still a 2-hit KO, so I'm not worried about this. All right, this is actually fantastic for me, I think. I don't know what else Haterene has. Like, I'm sure you have a trick up your sleeve. I'm sure you do. But I am going to expanding. Should I expanding force here? Let me see something. What type are you? You are Psychic Fairy. Okay, I wasn't sure if you're pure Psychic, but you are Psychic Fairy. I think I do expanding force here so that we can see the animation more than anything. My question is, do I follow me? Because I don't know if Haterene runs that move like after me or after you, and then we'll let the Annihilate go next, but I don't think it would even matter. I'm just gonna Helping Hand. You know what? If we're not the slowest thing, so be it. I think Haterene is gonna be slower than us. It looks slower than us. Dazzling Gleam, we can eat that. Oh, just barely though. I thought we were gonna take a lot less, but it's okay. Oh, look at that damage. Obviously taking out the Annihilate, and Haterene puts me in a little bit of a tricky spot with that Dazzling Gleam. I can't follow me and dodge that damage on my Armourouge. It's a little bit of a feels bad. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Grimmsnarl is the final Pokemon. So I think potentially I really would have loved to have been able to get rid of the Trick Room. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? Because that's a problem. 3 turns. Okay, I might have to stall this Trick Room out by going for Protects. Is that the right play? Or do I Dazzling Gleam here? Light Screen is probably getting thrown up, and my Haterene's not gonna faint anyway, unless Grimmsnarl goes for an offensive move. Okay, I'm gonna go for Dazzling Gleam. Because if Grimmsnarl goes for an offensive move, I should be fine. Like, I think Indeedee will go first. Grimmsnarl looks so tiny right now. Why does Grimmsnarl look tiny? How tall is Haterene? I'm very confused. Spirit Break into that slot. We are gonna survive that, thankfully, which is huge. Special attack is gonna fall, which is unfortunate. So now we probably won't take out the Haterene. Oh, that does nothing. Haterene is bulky as sin. Never mind. Is that weakness policy? Oh, I thought that was weakness policy. I was like, oh, that's GG. Cool, sick. Okay, I need to identify my win con here. I'm gonna go for the double protect. And I am going to go for protect as well on Haterene. I gotta stall out this Trick Room. Absolutely. Like, that's okay. My protect fails on my Armourouge. That's okay. We'll protect on Indeedee. We're gonna see the bulk up. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's really scary. I don't like that at all. Dazzling Gleam, protected from Indeedee. Down goes Armourouge. This was a really good battle. This was an incredible battle by my opponent. So we've seen bulk up and Spirit Break. I don't think we're gonna see. You know what though? My terrain's gonna run out, and then Sucker Punch is gonna be viable for it. That's gonna be really good. Since I burned my Terra type, I think my Hydreigon is very useless in this match right now. I'm gonna go out into my Maushold. Now, unfortunately, Trick Room ends this turn. So we are gonna go protect. I would love to Encore. I would love to Encore that Grimmsnarl into bulk up. We're gonna go for the double protect on Indeedee as well. We're getting the protect off. It fails with Indeedee, but we're gonna protect with Maushold. And this puts us in an okay spot. It's like an okay spot because the Trick Room is gonna end this turn, as is the terrain. So if this Grimmsnarl is running Sucker Punch, we are in a lot of trouble, for sure. Like a lot of trouble. But I really do need the Hydreigon to win this game at this point. Like swapping out wouldn't have done much for me. I would have been able to reset the terrain, which maybe that would have been worth it. But I have to hit this Grimmsnarl on the special side. There's like, I have Flash Cannon, and that's what I'm gonna obviously go for. And I think the play is to... Okay. I think the play... My opponent can easily win this game. Easily win this game. I kind of need him to slip up a little bit. So I could go for, I don't go for Follow Me because Dazzling Gleam is a thing. Because Dazzling Gleam is a thing, I go for Population Bomb. And I go for Population Bomb into the Haterena. And then I go for the Flash Cannon into the Grimmsnarl. Now, I think that what's going to happen here is Population Bomb. Oh, my opponent's set, bro. What type? Yep, you're set. You're so set. I didn't even like attempt to think about what you might Terra into, and Terra Steel is just so strong here. It is just so strong. I missed Population Bomb! Well, that is something I have never seen. I have never seen that. Spirit Break and a one-shot my Hydreigon here. Wow, that is missing a wide lens Population Bomb on the first hit. That's incredible. But my opponent absolutely takes the win. I'm going to save us a little bit of time here. We're going to play the sad music. I'm going to click run, and we're going to jump into the next battle. All right, final battle of the video. Ooh, Rotom Lawnmower. Okay. We have Dodonzo, Sushi, Murkrow, Garchomp, Surledge, and then Rotom. Really interesting. I don't think you'll bring the Rotom because clearly I'm a Trick Room Wonder. Speaking of Trick Room Wonder, I think we do go ahead and lead with, we lead with Surledge and Indeedee. I bring the Meowscarada just in case, and my opponent only has the one ghost type. So I think Maushold is pretty safe to bring, although Maushold does not like Garchomp either because of the rough skin. So we could leave the Meowscarada behind. I definitely see that this team, like I obviously went into today using Trick Room. I see exactly what you could just flex the Tailwind. You leave Indeedee behind and you bring Maushold, Hydreigon, Meowscarada, and Murkrow, and then you're a Tailwind team. So you only bring the Trick Room. The reason why Tony won a tournament is because you only bring the Trick Room when it suits you, when it's good for you. Is it good for me here? Probably. With the Donzo and with a Tailwind user, I would think so. So we're gonna opt to go with the, I think I'm gonna go Hydreigon here. You know what? Population Bomb is just really strong. I'm gonna go Population Bomb. Let's go with that. All right, what do they say now? Garchomp and Rotom. Okay, definitely strong, absolutely strong. This is one of those turns where I 100% Terra turn one, because I mean we could very easily see Earthquake come out from Garchomp. I don't know if Rotom gets Helping Hand. That would be kind of wild. But I'm going to Terra Trick Room because Expanding Force is going to hit this team very, very hard. And then we are going to go Follow Me in case the Rotom goes for Leaf Storm over. Has Leaf Storm even? I've never seen Leaf Storm in Scarlet and Violet. I'm not sure if it's even in the game. But in case the Garchomp goes for a single target move instead, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Terrestrialize into Grass type, mostly because I don't want Earthquake to knock me out. I feel like this is the correct play. This is, obviously it always feels weird using your Terra turn one, but I think this is right. I want to say that this is completely correct. We're gonna see a Follow Me from my Indeedee here, which should hopefully absorb any single target moves. Well, it will absorb any single target moves. We're gonna see Earthquake come out. Yeah, so Earthquake is pretty obvious there for sure, but at least we resist. It's not very effective on me, and for some reason my Indeedee's health took a little bit to come down, but it came down eventually. We'll see the Volt Switch into this slot. That's gotta be Specs. That's gotta be Specs. That's too much damage. Unless I'm sleeping on Rotom. I'm at +1 special defense right now. That's gotta be Specs. The good news is though, I can absolutely, I think, Oko Garchomp with Expanding Force plus Helping Hand. I'm pretty sure. And my opponent, the only Dark type it had on the team potentially was the Murkrow. So even if the Murkrow comes out, I'm not, yeah, there's the Murkrow. I still think the appropriate play is to Expanding Force. I still think it's the right play. I'm doubting myself as I say that though, for sure. There's a little bit of doubt there, but I just don't think that it's Armor Cannon. I don't think so. I think we just get rid of the Garchomp. The Murkrow is not the threat. Let's go ahead and, I mean, Dazzling Gleam is not a bad option, but I would Fate before I got that off. Actually, no. Maybe Dazzling Gleam was the play? Dazzling Gleam was the play. I did that way too quick. Normally I take longer with my turns. Garchomp's gonna protect here. Yeah, I mean, Dazzling Gleam was absolutely the play. We'll see an Expanding Force. Obviously does absolutely nothing this turn. My opponent just gets to burn a turn of Terrain and Trick Room. Good for them. I'm really happy for them. Seriously, you can see the joy all over my face. Foul play into this slot, not going to do much at all. We can Expanding Force, and this time I will Dazzling Gleam, because I think that Expanding Force, even without Helping Hand, will take Garchomp out. And if it doesn't, Dazzling Gleam should pick up the KO, even though I'm not invested and I am not Fairy type, and I think I just made a grave error in judgment. All right, Garchomp is actually going to get withdrawn, and onto the slaughter is going to be the Rotom. Now, Rotom will probably survive the Expanding Force. It totally could, because Rotom has some bulk behind that Lawnmower. Rotom does hold on. Does it have a berry? No berry. Dazzling Gleam, can you pick up the knockout? You absolutely can. And we get some damage off on Murkrow. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. Foul play is going to go into the Indeedee slot, and that will take me out. Okay, so if Garchomp comes back out, what do we do here? If Garchomp comes back out, can I afford? You know what we do? I think that yeah, I think a Population Bomb. I think I Population Bomb Murkrow and I Expanding Force. Now, Murkrow's faster than me, and a Foul Play will do about 65%, if I'm remembering correctly. However, I really think that Garchomp cannot take an Expanding... I don't think you can take an Expanding Force. I don't know. We're going to learn that damage calc today together. And there's a chance that he protects. Let me see how many more turns to Trick Room there are. There's 2 turns. There's a chance he protects, but I'm going to go Population Bomb into the Murkrow and hope that Expanding Force is enough on the Garchomp. Now, I could have gone into the Garchomp slot with Mouse Hold as well, in case Expanding Force does not pick up the knockout. But honestly, I really don't want, the rough skin damage. I really don't. Okay, Garchomp is going to protect, kind of expected. I guess I should have I didn't want to full send an Armor Cannon into the Murkrow slot, although that would have been like, you know, the biggest flex of 1973. But I think that this middle ground play should be okay. We'll see how much a Foul Play does. Foul Play into the Ceruledge Edge again. That's fine. We know that does nothing. Let's go ahead and Population Bomb. We get a crit on the first turn. That's to make up for my first turn miss in the other battle. Murkrow obviously goes down if we don't close our eyes at all. We did not close our eyes. Murkrow, you're gone. Which is kind of good, because the Trick Room's running out next turn. We basically have to put ourselves in a winning position this turn, I would say. And depending on what's in the back, Meowscarada, right? No, Ceruledge. Ooh, Ghost type. Okay. So we should be good here. I can Expanding Force on the Garchomp, and I almost want to protect so that I can Encore next turn, because Population Bomb obviously has no effect on Ceruledge. I mean, yeah, Population Bomb really doesn't have any effect on it. I'm just gonna Population Bomb the Garchomp. We're gonna Expanding Force. Let's see if we take it out. We'll get the knowledge now. Oh, that's so much damage. Okay, absolutely stab, and boosted by the terrain. Expanding Force is too strong. 5 me. We're gonna see a bulk up. Interesting. So I am going to Encore my opponent into that bulk up. Now there's a chance that they Shadow Sneak here, so the correct play is for me to Armor Cannon and then Encore. I'm gonna go for this regardless. We are gonna see the Shadow Sneak. The reason why I went for that regardless is because locking my opponent into Shadow Sneak still wins me the game. I have Hydreigon in the back, so I don't care if it's locked into Shadow Sneak. Either it didn't go for Shadow Sneak and I win that turn, or it goes for Shadow Sneak, which can never touch Mousehold, and we just can't touch each other until, well, his Encore will end. I can actually just never touch a Ghost type. Oh, I have Meowscarada in the back. I thought I had Hydreigon in the back. Forgive my sins, they are many. But still, my point stands. I can take a +1. I can do it, all right? And I can knock off this Ceruledge, and then I can even follow me. Oh wait, I can just follow me. All right, Encore is the right play every time, I have no doubts. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like. I normally ask in the middle, I asked at the end. That means that you have to try to do it even more if you don't normally. I'll see you next time. Keep it shady.